This is still this is day one of Road Atlanta race, the second race of the day. Probably don't have the perfect gearing on here, but I figured some things out, and it's a really good race. Go ahead and hit play.
You fixed your clip-ons for this one.
I fixed my clip-ons for this one. Yes. Yeah.
What?
There was a off-roading experience, and
man, Mickey followed your line when you did that though.
Yeah, like there was like this much water on the well, I can't really see it because of the background, like that much water off of turn 8, and I or 7, and I kind of just went off road for a little bit. I was like, oh, I messed up. Let me just regain myself, and I just tapped the rear brake, and the bike just baseball slides out underneath me.
Have you ever had a runoff experience where you're like, okay, so Road Atlanta turn 12, you have like the bitch route, like you just take the old pit.
Yeah.
I did that in one of the morning practices on Sunday.
Okay.
Or it's the one practice you get. I was coming down the hill and I was braking, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna take it. Like the split second after I was like, I'm gonna take it, I was like, I couldn't make it. Like it was just like
that always
disappointed
happens.
myself.
That always happens. It's easier to do that. Go ahead and play. And watch my really good graphics here. This is expert. Whoa!
The stars and everything.
Yeah.
Did you spell Mitchell wrong?
Did I? So.
Ooh, that was a rough start.
There's your friend. So the first couple of laps, they're okay. There's a little bit of action on the first lap or two, and then it gets kind of like, okay, it's just me going around for a little bit.
So at your turn 1, is your off the launch? Is your desired line
left? I want to be on the outside, absolutely. And it became more and more apparent towards the end of the weekend because my whole line is different. I don't remember if these guys just get away from me or not. I can't remember here. Some of this I'm just remembering like what's going on. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Side. You know his line, right?
Yeah. What gear do you take this in?
This right here, I go at this point I was going all the way down to 3rd. By the end of the weekend I was staying in 4th and then only going to 3rd right here.
Okay.
And then try to hold that. Oh, I'm going to pass Rafa and I do my normal thing. I wave to him. No, that's not Rafa. When I get to Rafa, I do wave.
So what was your idea here of not being in the draft?
I don't know. I moved over. It's a perspective. I moved over out of his draft to get around him, and then he moved out of Mark's draft, and then I got back in his draft and then came around him, and then he outbreaks me, like, because I ran out of gearing, and then there's Rafa.
You stayed around him though. You kind of cut the nose.
Yeah. Because I know I needed to be in front of him, and then I know Rafa's going to outbreak me here, so I'm not even going to try. And then, then we get a really good. Me and Rafa going down the straight here. We did look at me looking at. I look over at him, and then that camera stuff for a second. Okay, and then I know Rafa's gonna outbreak me.
What's hard with some of these races being like you do the same race twice, right? Is I feel like sometimes I get was that Saturday's race or Sunday's race?
Oh yeah.
So are you still, by the end of the weekend, were you taking the double chicane in 3rd or 2nd?
3rd. I've always taken it in 3rd. And then I get down to, I shift to 5th before I even start heading down the S's because I want the full power the whole way. And I don't need the torque going down. And then right here, I'm still learning my brake marker, so I'm kind of watching Rafa. Where does Rafa start braking? And then later in the weekend, I am braking at the same point he is there. But here's the part where I'm going to wave to Rafa as I go by. I don't think I get it on my camera, but I'm sure he's got it on his. We're in my left hand right now. I'm going to start doing the little twinkle toes.
Dude, his camera scared me the first time.
Because it's like a little dangler out there. And now I know I've pretty much got Rafa. I know I've got... I hit my red line right there. Yeah, I'm just topped out. Just absolute ding, ding, ding. But now I know I gotta catch this guy up there. This is Scoggins.
One of two.
Well, see, I only thought there was one, which is a little preview of what's to come.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, here he is. He looks back right here, I think. Yeah. He doesn't see me, of course, which is nice. And then I'm starting to learn, okay, how, I think I get next to him and you can see him look at me. And he's like, okay, are you going to take this turn? Are you not going to take this turn? And I was still nervous about it, so I didn't like push as hard as I could have.
Yeah, because you can take that like full gas like all the way to the outside.
Yeah. But I did get around him. Don't work on some of my camera angles here. There's something off about this one. Anyway.
Is this the X4 or 5?
4. 3? I think it might be a 3. It's... I'm still getting used to the software. So what are we looking at? Alright, we're back.
It's all a technical issue.
But there's Scoggins again.
Super identifiable. It says Scoggin on his back.
Yeah, and he's got, watch his rear tire in this though. He's just like, yeah, I'll slide that thing out there.
Ooh.
No problem.
That's a Ducati.
I don't know. I just know it's got a lot of torque.
Did you see that hand behind the back thing that he was doing?
It's got a lot of torque, so he beats me out of like every turn. But then like he runs out of top end, even though I run out of top end, my top end is still higher than his. So I'm like, okay, I just got to keep catching him, and we'll do okay.
Is that third?
Yeah. Third, and then I'll hit fourth at the top of the hill. And this lap was where it starts getting, probably this lap where it starts getting really interesting.
You're not going all the way out, or is that the perspective?
I'm trying to get around him, so I'm not going all the way out. Because if I'm behind him, I definitely can't pass him.
Yeah, it was one of the things that Mark was talking about was don't let somebody else's disadvantages become yours, right? Like don't stay right behind somebody.
Yeah, you're just going to give up the opportunity if it comes around.
That's become one of my favorite passing zones, I think.
The top of the hill.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
just kind of...
Left side or right side.
Yeah, it depends on how they come out at one.
Actually, after you did that pass on me, this became my favorite passing spot. You'll see me think about it later. But here we go is where it gets real interesting. No? Never mind. We're going to get maybe next lap. This is
lap
4.
Do you count the laps while you're out there?
I watch for the halfway marker and then I count from there.
I
Which
look
is
for
when
halfway and I look for white.
Yeah.
Like I know after halfway, like depending on where I'm at, like I know to push.
Yeah. Just back to there.
But like when the halfway's there, like if I'm drafting or like playing like cat and mouse, you know, I'm okay. I need to figure out how to get away or get up around. And by white flag, it's like do or die.
Yeah.
With the races being so short, I think the courses I used to count more.
Yeah.
But with the sprints, I'm like, you got to take them when like the opportunities come up. Like,
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot. Like there is strategy, but it's different.
So I think these next 2 laps are going to get real interesting.
So when you don't go all the way out here, is the idea that you turn later?
When I'm on the outside? Yeah, I mean, will carry more speed more than anything else. Right? If you're on the inside, you can't carry as much speed. But, I mean, really, I have found that the first person out of that turn is going to win the race. So it's about position.
I think he'd take you in the drag race.
Him? Yeah, he's got so much torque.
Yeah, so if you were to try to pass him on the inside, I don't know that it'd stick at the start finish.
I think if I was ahead of him at the exit of the turn, I'd still beat him. If I wasn't ahead of him and I tried to pass him after the apex, yeah, no, there's no way. But if I was ahead of him before the apex, so now here comes my amazing editing skills. Are you ready for this? that's Scoggin number 2. And I was like, what is this? Another one of these bikes? Like, I don't know what these bikes are, so I'm just like, these are tiny tires and they got so much torque.
Wow. I didn't know he was all the way up there.
Yeah. It took me by surprise, that's for sure.
I wonder if they both changed their gearing then. Or did we just get that much faster?
I don't know. I mean, I know I changed my gearing specifically because of them. Because I was like, oh, I'm definitely got a long way to go. I'm so worried. My bike is screaming at me.
Dude,
you see why I changed my gearing?
Yeah.
All right, and now I'm like, I'm not letting him get in front of me. And then watch. Here it goes. Yeah. All right. That works. That worked out great. And then this right here, I was like, oh, okay. How am I gonna handle this? Okay, here we go. Okay, we got that.
Thin thoughts.
Thinking gets you killed. And then I'm like, oh, there he is. Oh, he got around me. Okay, all right, I can live with this. This is okay.
So is that like your practice shot? Because the white flag, was that the
this
white
is
flag?
white flag.
Yeah. So like, was that your, okay, I know what I have to do now?
Yeah. Which this is going to be, this lap gets really exciting. It gets so exciting that I have to do some special editing in order to make sure we truly understand what happens in this. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to let him do it. I actually thought about the move you did there, but it wasn't going to work. So I was like, okay, just keep my momentum up. Okay, Scoggins, fine. Okay.
Scoggins squared.
Yeah, Scoggins squared. Okay.
If you use that as an endurance team name, like if you guys decide to do that, I gotta get credit for that.
All right, here we go. This is I'm getting ready to send it in there. Just absolutely send it. Wait, what's that? What was that? Hold on. Let's rewind and see everything that happened here because it gets crazier than just that. Here we go again. Looking over the shoulder. What's that? That's Aiden. Oh, no, that's Rafa. Oh, what is? Oh, my goodness. I did not know any of that was going on behind me. Yeah. Like, where did he come from? He just, whoop. Anyway, do the same thing again, except now my momentum is killed, and there's no way I can make that shot. Like, it's not happening.
Yeah, it sounds like you're...
Oh, yeah, I'm redlining the whole way. And then, I'm like, okay, maybe. What is that again? What the hell is going on here? All right, buddy. I don't know what you're doing, but I'll take that back.
So were you really worried about him coming up your inside?
Yeah, I was, but I was not letting him take my trophy. Yeah, close. But yeah, that last couple of laps.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I came back from that one pumped because I love those races, right? There's maybe some moves in there where I'm like, ooh.
So which Atlanta weekend was more exciting, this one or Cycle Jam?
I mean, Cycle Jam had more people in it, so it was like really, truly, like we'd raced there before, but like this, we kind of knew it a little better. We kind of practiced the track before, so like kind of knew a bit about it. I think this weekend was a lot better.
I think we got faster too.
Oh, yeah.
I think like I mean,
you passing me?
Yeah.
It wasn't in this race, but you passing me, I mean, that absolutely amazing. And this is early in the weekend. Like by the end of this weekend, a lot of my lines had changed. A lot of my brake markers had moved up, 100 yards, 200 yards. Mm-hmm. Like the turn 6, like I'm braking at the 2.5 marker. Turn 10A, I'm braking at like the 2.5 marker on that one too. Like,
I still am curious why they were like, who wants to add a 4th cone?
So at the riders meeting, somebody, the marshal or the director, the director came up, asked everybody to vote to see if they want to add a 4th cone to turn 1 brake marker to add like basically another 100 yards as like a new marker. And it's like, wait, who's braking that early? Like that. It doesn't sound right because by the end of the weekend, like there was no brakes we're on the 400, 500, there's no braking in turn 1. Like, that's not a thing, right?
By the end of the weekend?
Well, maybe. All right, we can go into this. So I had a mechanical during practice. So I did not get to practice at all this weekend. Like, I basically, the first session out, I went out and I had done something wrong on my setup. And even though, like, I had gone through tech and I had ridden the bike around the pits, like, I went to go, squeeze my brake, and you can feel the caliper kind of squeeze a little bit. But this is the first weekend the 500 is out and racing at all. So I'm just taking it easy in the practice.
Dude, I felt your brakes, and they felt so good I bled mine.
Yeah. Solid, right?
Yeah.
Solid brakes.
Like, man, I have a Brembo. Why doesn't mine feel like that?
So I'm taking it easy around practice, lap 1, and I'm like, man, maybe it's like I'm going into turn 10A, and I'm braking, and I use rear brake too. So, like, as I'm braking, I'm like, wow, these brakes don't seem to be as good as my other ones, but it's still the stock pads. I'll just get back into the pits and I'll change out my pads, and that'll solve the whole problem. So I come around to turn 12, and I'm like, man, these pads really suck. Like, really bad. I'm downshifting a lot in order to, get the rear brake, really stopping the bike. And then I go into turn 1, and I don't really brake in turn 1, and I'm also taking it easy. And I go up the hill, and I go to brake for the chicane, and there is 0 brakes. 0 front brakes. I'm squeezing the handle, and it is fully locked. And it is not at all. 0 brakes, not working. So I end up, using my foot brake, and I get it slowed enough to take the chicane, and I look down, and my whole caliper is just dangling underneath, right next to my tire, and I was like, oh, something mechanically is not right here. So
that could have been really bad.
It could have been.
Like, that could have ripped it. Like, if it had gotten caught in your wheel.
After I noticed it, like, I was like, okay, as I'm going around the corner, make sure to, like, swing it the right way so it doesn't, like, get hit in there.
Now that's a drill.
Yeah.
That's a no braking drill.
Yeah, that's a no braking drill. They do that in the advanced schools, right? Or is that same one gear the whole time? I think that's what they do. I
think there's multiple drills. No, I've been told at Jennings before, like, try not to brake. Like, try to rely on, like, your gearing.
Just
and
gearing.
like think about where you're at. Yeah. I did crash after they told me to do that one time. That ought to be a story for another time. Thanks to all of our sponsors that make the weekends possible, stuff like that.
Yeah. TSD, Monkey Works.
Yeah,
Dan Law. Who else?
Make You Tools.
Yeah.
Those are.
Anyway,
I think.
See you out there.
Daytona's our next race stop. We got a little pit stop at Jennings. Our little home weekend sort of. Night Rider weekend. That'll be super fun. I actually was on the phone with Jennings today getting some of that sorted out. So it'll be exciting. But come join us at Daytona if you want.
Or if you're Jennings, come say hi.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Later.